Hi y'all, it's Gojiberry Terry here this morning, and I'm going to do a spicy, sweet and spicy trail mix. Let me adjust this camera just a little so you can see what I'm doing. I don't know if you can see my bowl. Anyway, okay, so this is a trail mix that is super popular. It's a sweet and spicy one. All my friends, all the people I work with and hang out with and whatnot love this recipe. Oh gosh, I'm a mess. But anyway, I'm in between. I've got stuff everywhere today. I'm packing. I very rarely get time to do any videos anymore. I apologize for that. I'm just so busy. And so anyway, but I thought I would take time this morning because I'm making some to hit the road again. I was just in Houston last week and I'm headed to Dallas this week. But I'm in my little country space right now, and I absolutely love my little country space. So anyway, let's do this. This is all raw, all organic, and it's real easy to do. And normally I don't measure, but I'm going to measure today for y'all. This is a cup of sunflower seeds, and they're raw, and they're not cooked at all. And I'm going to dump a cup of those in. Now, I also have these, oh, that's sunflower seeds too. I got two things of sunflower seeds. Okay, these are sprouted pumpkin seeds. I absolutely love these. Since I don't live near a Whole Foods or a Fred Meyer's or a Sprouts, or I live way out in the country, and the closest thing to organic and healthy is the H-E-B, which is also Central Market in Waco. So when I'm in Waco, I stock up on my seeds and nuts because they do have a pretty good selection of organic. And they even have the sprouted pumpkin seeds. So I'm going to put a cup of those in. And then I'm going to put about a half a cup of cashews. I don't put, well, yeah, I like cashews pretty good. We'll put a cup in. A cup of cashews. You can kind of play with this and do, you know, whatever you like. I'm going to put a half a cup. These are organic cacao nibs, and that gives you a lot of chocolate. And a lot of times, too, what I'll do is whenever I make my raw chocolates, I will put aside a bunch of little chunky things of the chocolates after I put them in the fridge. Sometimes they flake off, and I'll put some of those in there. Okay, and so I put about a half a cup of cacao nibs in there. And these are goji berries. Of course, we have to have goji berries. And I love my goji berries, so I'm going to put a half a cup of goji berries in there. And these are dried, and they're really great. I buy these, and I'm going to have a co-op pretty soon for y'all to buy superfoods at a very reasonable price. These are fantastic Himalayan goji berries. And, you know, a lot of people don't like goji berries because they're kind of dry. But if you hydrate them and put a little water in them, and once you put the coconut oil in the trail mix, it kind of makes them plump up a little bit and they're not so chewy. Okay, I'm going to put some walnuts. These are some walnut pieces. And they may be a little too chunky, so I might, what I do with these is kind of pinch them up a little so they're not so big. I usually buy the pieces, but sometimes I buy the whole walnut pieces, and so I crunch them up. Put about a cup of those in there. I usually put some almonds in, but I don't have any almonds. I like to get the sprouted almonds as well, and they're hard to find. Okay, this is pecans, and it is pecan pieces, and I'm going to put about a half a cup of those. And that's the pieces. I'll go ahead and finish it off because that's wasn't much left in that one. I reuse my honey containers, my YS honey containers, to store my stuff in. Okay, now sometimes I'll chunk up and put some marigold dates or some figs or some different chewy type of things. But today I think we're just going to put some organic. These are mulberries, and I have the purple ones, and I'm just going to throw a couple of handfuls of mulberries in there. You know, just whatever fruit you have. Dried fruits are nice to put in your trail mix. These are white mulberries. I love mulberries, and they grow wild in Texas, and I like to go pick them when I'm able. Okay, so I'm going to put a couple of handfuls of white mulberries. So we've got purple and white. And there. Okay. And then I'm going to put, now I use dried mango. I love dried mango, but it's too big, you know, the way you hydrate it typically is in the big chunks when you slice it up. So this is dehydrated mango, and it's hard as heck to cut with knives. And my little choppers don't work really well either with it. So what I do is I take and I just tear it up into little pieces. That's about the easiest way to do it. Okay, so I've got quite a bit of mango. So I'm going to put like 2 handfuls of mango in there. And I've got a little extra, so maybe about 2.5 handfuls, which probably is about a cup. And I'm going to toss this around a little bit and move my cutting board out of the way. I'm going to be using that pineapple later on for some juice that I'm doing. Okay, so next thing I do is I drizzle some coconut oil, and you can use some good olive oil too. This is a great olive oil from Greece, and this one is as well. I like Greek or Israel olive oil if you can get it from Israel. It's hard to get, but okay, so anyway, you're just going to drizzle a little bit. This is coconut oil that I buy from South America. It's really wonderful. Or I like Dr. Bronner's as well. But I'm just going to drizzle a little bit of that over the mixture. And, oh, let me get my coconut palm sugar. Okay, coconut palm sugar. Oh, let me stop that phone. Okay, coconut palm sugar, probably about 2 tablespoons of that. If you want it sweeter, you could do a little bit more, but I just use a little bit of sweet in it. And then the spicy part of it, you got to be careful with, but I grind up some chili peppers when I let them dry out, like jalapenos or those little finger Asian. Oh, that's strong. Asian chilies. You might not want to do too much, but maybe 1/8 of a teaspoon or maybe 1/2 of a teaspoon. And if I don't get it spicy enough for me, I might add a little more. But you start off with a little, because it does get spicier. And I also use some of this Himalaya. I like the organic Himalaya salts. They're really great. I use some of the citrus one. This one's a citrus one. And sometimes I'll use the vegan chili chicken flavored one. I like that one. And then this one is the chili one. But I ran out of it, so I made my own with some Redmond's real salt and some of the Asian chili. So you have to be kind of careful with this too. But I just sprinkle some salt, chili salt in there, a little bit of citrus salt in there, and a little bit of the vegan chicken one. I like that one. I like that flavor. And that's not coming out too good. Let's see. There we go. Okay, so now you got your spicy and your sweet and your oil. So you mix this all together. You can use a spoon or just take your hands and kind of toss it. And this is going to give you a real sweet and spicy kind of great flavor to your trail mix. And it makes a lot. And you can play with the different nuts if you want to put some macadamias in there or some, whatever you like, some almonds. It makes a huge amount. And what I do is I take and I reuse my bags. And so this is, that's got some kale chips in it. But this is some kale bags. And I'll put the trail mix in there to share with friends or for me to have on the road in my snack bag. You always want to go prepared when you're transitioning to raw to have you some snacks handy. And I use, I have a Whole Foods, I'll show it to you. It's a bag I put my different things in. Some water and I always carry some gojiberries, and I always carry like an orange and a lemon and some coconut amino so I can make my own salad dressing, so I'm not having to do a animal salad dressing or vinegar. I'm not using vinegar anymore. I used to, but I've gotten away from that, using lemons and limes instead because it won't kill the enzymes and the nutrients like a lot of the vinegars will. So anyway, that's it for today. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Kathy, I know you're wanting some of this. My friend Kathy loves the heck out of this stuff. But anyway, that's a simple, simple recipe to have a snack to carry with you. Now be careful because you don't want to eat too many seeds and too many nuts. They're fattening and this is great. But if you're doing totally raw, you can eat quite a few, but they will upset your tummy sometimes too if you eat too many. So I haven't done that because this is really great. Thanks guys for stopping in. Gojiberry Terry. And what do we say? Well, let's say namaste, shalom, satnam, and peace. Catch you on the fly.